Live from Stanford, this is Tefillah Tidbits. I'm standing in front of the Wells Fargo Bank off High Ridge Road, right near the Merritt, right near High Ridge Park over here. And I wanted to talk to you specifically about Wells Fargo, because it is Parshas Chayei Sarah, and we know that Abraham's servant, his emissary, his messenger, to find a wife for Yitzchak, ultimately finds this beautiful, incredible woman, Rivka, at a well. Hence Wells Fargo. And all of that which is important in life, the way that one treats somebody else and the way one shows hospitality and gives water and food to someone, all the important things were seen at that well. And as a matter of fact, Moshe met Tzipora, his wife, at a well, and we know that Yaakov met Rachel at a well as well. So the wells have a lot to do with getting married. That's why you wish people well, I guess. But really, I'd like to talk about davening and the bank. Now, it might be true that most people, or a lot of people, daven for money. They want money, they want livelihood, they want parnasa, and that's okay. That's really fine. You can daven for that, but there's something more profound that I'd like to mention to you this morning. And that is, people ask the question, why am I davening every single day the same words? And not every day that I daven is it going to be so meaningful, is it going to be so focused. I might be thinking of other things, and there might be all kinds of things on my mind. Wouldn't it be better if I just davened when I had something really, really that I wanted to communicate and I poured out of me? So one of the great philosophers, Jewish philosophers, taught the following idea. He said every time you daven, you have to daven 3 times a day. You have to daven on a regular basis, or else you won't know how to daven when it's time when you really need to daven, when you're in that foxhole. You need to know how to do it properly. And we understand, not every single prayer on every single Tuesday morning or Thursday evening, Marav at 9, will necessarily be unbelievable. So you know what happens? Every tefillah that we make goes into a bank account. Think of it as a savings account. And every time you pray, it goes into that bank. And it might not have been the greatest one. It may not have broken the bank. You may not have hit the jackpot on that one. So it goes in, and it keeps going in. And then when you have that prayer, when you have that tefillah, when everything comes pouring out, everything comes out. It counts. That Tuesday morning, that Thursday evening when it's raining and you're not feeling well and you make it to shul and you come to daven b'tzibur, or you're davening by yourself in the middle of the day and you stop during your lunch break, that counts. It counts. It may not be the best one at that moment, and it certainly is better to daven than not to daven, but when you have that prayer where everything clicks, it comes pouring out. Just like winning the jackpot, just like a savings bank, the savings account that we would have in a bank called Wells. So appropriate for this week's parsha, so appropriate for the notion of what prayer is all about. See you in shul.